Welcome back for part two of my interview with Doug Ausbury from BigLoveVinyl.com here on the sound of Safe and Sound, Texas. So let's talk about Big Love Vinyl. So what's your business structure? How much do you have up there, and how has it evolved as you've gone through the pandemic and now out of it?
Yeah, it's a great question. So it really just started out with my duplicates that I had from my crazy hoarding during the pandemic. I kind of put them up there, and then as I started to play with it, and I started to realize that all the different things I could do, which, it's my field. So it's kind of just blended really nicely together. So it went from that to really starting to get into, once I got a couple of customers, I really got excited about the idea of kind of curating and understanding, what they really like, what are they really into? And then trying to find things for them that they would be excited about. And that then kind of, what I'm talking about, Dave. Now we're getting into kind of the sharing of the music and connecting with people and all of that. And so that really, really, really turned me on. I really love doing that. I've got, I don't know, 50 or so people that I just kind of regularly am looking for records for them. I know what their genres are. I know what they get excited about. I can think of two or three right now. I have one customer who loves Disney soundtracks. And I've got another one that loves contemporary Christian music, especially some of the, early Larry Norman stuff, and DeGarmo and Key and that kind of thing. Yeah. And so whenever I see that stuff, I will, I just take a picture of it and send it to them, and I'll pick it up and either just give it to them or, put it up on the website and let them do that. So it's been great. The other thing that's been really successful with the website is I decided to put a button on every product page that says make an offer. So people can, if they don't want to buy it, maybe they think it's too expensive, or maybe their budget is, less for the month, they could click a button and send me a email that says I'm willing to pay this. And I think since we started doing that, over 90% of the offers have been accepted.
Wow.
I've never really gotten an unfair offer, not yet anyway.
Yeah.
Which is probably says something about the kind of customers that I have, the people that I work with. So that's really cool. And then we also we throw free records in with every order. So if someone orders one record from us, we'll throw in one or two free ones. And I have a free bin. We put it up on Facebook. We let people kind of, say what they want, and we put stickers on it. And so it's just been a blast. I've had so much fun doing it.
Yeah, that's very innovative. I didn't know you had added the make an offer, so that's really good, because I mean, it may, like you said, 90%. I mean, it may not be that big a difference, and if a person truly has an interest, then why let a couple of bucks separate someone from getting a record? Yeah, because I've dealt with it on the opposite side. When I'm bidding, it's like, do I want to lose this record for $2 or whatever it is?
Yeah, and I know for me, sometimes I'll see a record. Maybe it's just the cover, or maybe it's a different genre than I typically buy.
Yeah,
and maybe I'm kind of tentative, like I don't know if I'm going to like that or not. And so that, I think, is another good reason that you can make an offer, maybe on a jazz record from a band, maybe just like what's the artwork is or something like that. So
you're testing a genre, will I like it, that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's a really interesting addition. I think that's great. What type of volume do you do, or how much is on your site in terms of quantities and those kind of things?
Yeah, as far as the records we've got on the website, there's like probably about 1,000, maybe 1,500 records on the website right now. The genres are rock, pop, country, jazz, instrumental. There's soundtracks, some other fun, categories that we came up with just for fun. But almost all of them are used. I'd say 98% of our records are used. That's kind of our specialty. And not saying that we won't put new or sealed mint, records on the website. We probably will. We do have them. They're just not on there. In fact, there's a lot of records that are sitting around me that are not yet on the website that we're trying to get up as soon as we can. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've got.
Great. How do you, what's your process for grading records and deciding how you're going to present it on your site?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the way we decided to handle it is if it's VG, less than VG plus, according to us, then we will actually put it in the title so people can see. We use the word C condition.
Gotcha.
I think my friend Chad Williams, Lebanon Antique Mall, Collectco now, he uses something different, but I kind of stole that idea from him. So if it's less than VG plus, we want people to know about it and not have to dig to find that information out. So we put it right in the title of each product so that they can see. They can then click on it, excuse me, and go to the website and see what we mean by C condition. If it's the sleeve is worn, which you're going to get some really good records, but the sleeves are worn, or you're going to get a record that is a great record, but it's VG. It's got some lines on it, but still plays through without skipping. Those would be marked as VG.
Right. Yeah, I think he calls it the check condition bin.
Check condition. Yes.
Yeah. So those are, it's good to have a basis for your approach to that, and know what it is. And I'm sure like many of us that have gone through Second Chance, we tend to be more conservative in our grading anyway, just by nature. Because the last thing you want is someone who's disappointed with what they get. I'd rather have them go, oh man, it's better than I thought it was going to be. Even
yes, absolutely. I totally agree. Grading is so important, and occasionally, if someone is not happy with the grading, we haven't had a lot of that, thankfully. But if someone is, then we just say, keep the record. Actually, what I do is I tell them, I'll find you a better one.
Yeah.
Give me a day.
Yeah, right. No, that's that's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because sometimes the word near mint gets thrown around way too much, actually, and I think that can be problematic because by both the gold mine standard A and B, kind of your own expectation. Because I've had records that I would look at visually and I might want to say that, but then when you play them, they can be noisier for
that's so true. Yes.
There is, play grading. I mean, you're playing it. It's kind of like buying a car without a test drive.
Yeah.
And it's we can't all do that to everything we have when we do that, but you back up what you have. But I mean, honestly, there were segments of time and different labels that really used some junk vinyl back in the 70s, especially. And it sounds really bad. Now maybe it's loud and you can't hear it except between the tracks, but it's there nonetheless. It's there. So
for sure.
Yeah, it's a reality. So that's good. So I mean, then so your customers basically, you're fairly interactive with them, I guess, which is good. And knowing what they want, and you even have some. And I know you've asked me a few times for, do you have one of these, or have you seen one of these, or whatever, on behalf of them. So I know you take that very seriously, and those are really. I've always said in business, one bad review can kill you, and the internet. The internet has exponentiated that, right? I mean, big time.
Yeah, and that's another reason why, I wanted to link up with a local independent record store. Well, mine is the Record Bar in Wilmington. Yeah. And, if I have a friend or someone that buys from me that needs a record and I don't have it, a lot of times they do. And that's another way to support. It's really important that we remember to support our local independent record stores, these stores that have employees, that are trying to make it as small businesses. So yeah.
Right. And that, that's been, the pandemic's been tough on them. If they have an internet sales channel, of course, that helps, but not all of them do. I'm sure some got into it. Some have Discogs pages and things of that nature to help extend their business, which is what was needed.
Yeah, can I talk a little bit about that,
Sure,
David?
please do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the things that I've had, it's been a real joy for me, is in working with Record Bar as an online marketer, really kind of handling the marketing for the store. And so, gosh, that's been so much fun. We've had a blast doing it. We started doing Facebook live sales back almost 2 years ago with them. So it was me and Tony and Donna and a couple other people that kind of started doing that. Part of it was a reaction for them to keep the business going during the pandemic, because it was lockdown, people weren't going out. And so we started doing Facebook live sales, and Tony is such an amazing personality. I knew as soon as I met him that he would be great doing it. And I felt like I would be really good behind the scenes, kind of producing the show, and doing what I do to market it. And with Donna's help and Michelle and Shelly and all the rest of the team, Mel, who's the manager there, she's also such a great gal. But we have been able to keep that going and built up a very, gosh, I can't think of a word to describe how wonderful the loyal customers are to the Record Bar that go, Thursday nights, almost every Thursday night, to a Facebook live sale and hang out for 2 or 3 hours. And so I've been doing that with them for a couple of years, and it's been successful for sure for the store. That's been a great joy to me to see. Of course, I've loved the challenge of the marketing side of it. Love to consult and work with local record stores. And if you haven't checked it out, I would like to at least give a plug for the Record Bar for Thursday night. Come hang out on Thursday night, Facebook Live, Record Bar Wilmington, and you'll kind of see what we do. We're silly, there's a drinking word, it's that kind of a show. So we do have some fun, but we talk music, and we just kind of are silly, and we do sell records and have a good time. So that's been really, really fun for me to be a part of that. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, glad you mentioned them. They I've been to a few shows. I bought some things. They had a great follow-up from a record store day where they took the inventory that they had, and they had I think it was a Saturday morning actually.
Yes.
And I bought quite a few things because I didn't get out. I didn't really want to get out, and so that was a nice surprise, to have that pop up and have that opportunity. So, yeah, and they may do something similar after this. We got a record store day coming up, and
that's right.
Yeah. So, So I mean, it takes that kind of creativity and vision, as I was talking with GI yesterday, really different kind of markets and approaches to this, but very much with the same kind of focus, which is meeting the demand and the need, and then, obtaining that loyalty. I think that is what you do get. And you only get that through quality, whether it's the product or it's the shipping and it takes all of that in order to get people coming back. So
it's very competitive, it's super competitive. And so the nurturing of customer relationships, is not something every record store owner thinks about much. Unfortunately, some do. And I think those are the ones that are really succeeding. It's building that relationship, keeping the relationship first, in the business. So,
there's a small store in Dallas, and it has some very interesting things. And the problem is some of the pricing makes me feel like the owner really just doesn't want to get rid of the stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, if you'll pay it, he'll take it. But I mean, if he might have something for $50, you offer him 45, he won't take it. I mean, it's just, kind of crazy to me, but it's interesting. So I think that, the approach of an institution, we were talking yesterday a bit about the places that have a listening station. I think that in a place that has used records, I think that's a huge asset.
Yeah, me too.
Because you're just basically saying, hey, listen to it before you buy it. I don't have a problem with that,
Yes.
warts and all, whatever. And so, yeah, these are the kind of things I think that it takes to kind of create a market where we have people who can come at their needs from different angles. And there are places that have auctions almost every night. I mean, it's excessive almost to my liking, in the sense that there's a lot out there, but boy, the demand is there. I mean, you can't deny the demand that's there. And credibility is such an important thing in this world of vinyl. So there you have part 2 of my conversation with Doug Ausbury, talking about his startup of BigLoveVinyl.com. Thanks, Doug, for giving us the details and the behind the scenes info on how that came to be and what's going on. Doug is offering up to you as first time buyers a opportunity to get a discount by emailing him at biglovevinyl@gmail.com. That's biglovevinyl, one word, @gmail.com, and he will send you back a discount coupon code. And that's a thank you for joining us here, and also for being a first-time customer. Also, just another reminder that Doug and Big Love Vinyl puts in an extra album or two when you make an order with them. So another great reason to do business with them. We'll be picking up with Doug on part 3, just a odds and end potpourri of topics we're going to discuss, which we got into after we finished talking about the industry and his business. We'll put that together and get it out here shortly. But in the meantime, as always, please subscribe, tell your friends, also share and comment below. I also will look at those for ideas for future shows. And until next time, this is David Bianco saying thanks for watching to the sound of Safe and Sound Texas. Goodbye, everybody.